Time for the Business Report with Joel Crossgill.
Lots to share with you in the Business Report today, as all roads lead to one location. The subject matter, fueled by thoughts on a city for people, reimagining Jamaica's transportation system. The theme of the highly anticipated fourth staging of the Maurice Facey Lecture Series, conceptualized by the founders of the Pan-Jamaica Group. Its timeliness driven home during the introductory speech of Mr. Stephen B. Facey, Executive Chairman of Pan-Jam Investments Limited.
We believe that thriving urban centres can act as engines for national growth, and we envisage Kingston as a vibrant metropolis central to Jamaica's journey towards unity and prosperity. As we celebrate the Foundation's 40th anniversary, this year we acknowledge the ongoing contributions to education, the arts, and the environment. 20% of our import spending goes towards cars, fuel, and parts, surpassing our expenditure on food. This raises the question, is City of Kingston for cars or a city for people?
The lecture series, which explores the connection between urban development, quality of life, equity, and leadership in making transformative national change, this year shines a high beam on the issue of mass mobility.
Good mobility is fundamental to a thriving economy. Yet in Jamaica, we have emphasized a system that is overly reliant on the private motor car as the favored mode of transport, despite the fact that only 26% of our citizens own private vehicles. Our road network continues to be designed to give priority to cars, often to the detriment of public safety and equitable access. The investment in and the single-minded focus on the movement of cars in our transportation infrastructure has contributed to the current state of chaos and congestion on our roads, exacerbated by indiscipline and disorder.
Descriptors that this year's guest speaker, Enrique Penalosa, former mayor of Bogota, Colombia, an urban development and transportation expert, is familiar with addressing as an internationally recognized urbanist visionary who, while mayor, contributed to the transformation of a city of over 7 million people into a case study of sustainable urban mobility and development.
I was invited to talk about transport, but actually, we cannot talk about transport until we know what kind of city we want. Because it's very different if what we want is a city like Houston than if what we want is a city like Amsterdam. But even before we decide what kind of city model we want, what we really have to think about is how do we want to live? How do we want to live? What kind of life will make us happier? Because a city is only a means to a way of life. So this is a great challenge. And I like to say that here we are going to talk of dreams. I invite you to dream of things that can be.
I bet everyone watching the BR has secretly been working on a few ideas of their own. So why aren't we there yet?
In the end, you have to do things that are difficult, that are controversial, that require political costs, management, and I think you have one of the best locations in the planet. It's like a dream, this place with these green mountains, the ocean, and all of that. So let's imagine, how do we want our life to be? We need to walk. We need to walk, not just to survive, but to be happy. We could survive inside an apartment all our lives, but the idea is that we need to walk. Just as deer need to run or birds need to fly, we need to walk. So a good city, above anything else, is one where it is safe and pleasant for walking, especially for those most vulnerable citizens, for the handicapped, for the elderly, for children. And everybody agrees with this in theory, but in practice we invest billions in these pavement for cars and the roads for cars, and not so much in the pedestrian infrastructure.
Sadly, we're out of time, but it's not the end of our journey with the Maurice Facey Lecture Series 2024. So join us again tomorrow. And that was your Business Report. I'm Joel Crossgill.